Hello everyone, this is Riley. We're still today with your third Google Sheets tutorial on the math functions. So we're going to start off here with the SINH function. So this is a pretty simple function. You give it an input, and if it's a negative input, it'll return you -1. If it's a positive input, it'll just give you 1. And if you give it 0, it just gives you 0. So now we are going to look at the SINH function. So the key thing to know about the SINH function is that it's assuming you are going to give it radians. So just what we're going to do here, and this is a cool little thing to use another function within this function, is we're going to do 2 times pi, or just 2 pi, because you know that the sine of 2 pi is 0, so I thought that would just be a cool little thing to show that you can do. And also, you can just do it this way. You can do sine of radians in your degrees. So you do a function of radians within your sine function. So that way it'll convert your 90 degrees to radians and then do the sine of that. So for this, she returns you hyperbolic sine. So instead of sine, it's just sine h for hyperbolic. And as you can see here, you can do the same thing like you did with sine and use pi function within and use radians within as well. Let's come down here and do the next one. And this is square root, so this just returns the square root of a number. So square root of 36 gives you 6. Square root of 10,000 gives you 100. Okay, the next one here is the sum. So this is a very basic one. As you can see, it'll just give you the sum of what you highlight. So there's a range there where you can just do a bunch of numbers, and 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12, obviously. Okay, now let's go ahead and highlight the next two at the same time. We got tangent and cosine, and just like before with sine and hyperbolic sine, we are going to have it's going to assume that you're giving it radians. So as you can see here, tangent of 2 times pi, so you have the function pi within your tangent, returns you 0, and the same thing with cosine, returns you 1. So as you can see, I just did the same things except with cosine as we did with sine, except with cosine and tangent. Thank you, everyone.